Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Talk That Tech, the
Number one tech morning show in the world. Good morning.
good morning. We got people in the building already. We got Operation Tech Takeover in the building already. Peace and blessings, family. We definitely appreciate you, brother. So glad that you're on the
Yes,
show with
indeed.
us, man. And this is a reminder for those who are brand new to this thing. If you are new, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. As you can see in the bottom right, we got Twitch, we got Instagram, and we have YouTube. So go ahead and pick wherever you would love to choose to watch us, and we would love if you could support the show that way. Also, feel free to call into the show. This is a call in show, so the link is dropped. If you're on YouTube, go to that link right there, and you could be able to call in and share about any topic that we discuss today. And first things first, as we always do, how was your weekend, Trey?
Bro, it was it was okay. Man, it's just been a lot, a little tired, but nonetheless, I didn't do too much outside of the norm, man. I had a little baby girl this weekend, so tied up with her, and then just the normal stuff. But man, I'm tired. I'm tired from the week. So not the
Hey,
weekend, but the week. Just had meetings and stuff is ramped up. So, but nonetheless, we here. We made it to another week, so we can keep pushing forward. Sunday, man, just went to church, and then after that, went out to eat with my parents and family and stuff, and then went over to their house because my mom had some plums, man. And I was like, yo,
mm,
I gotta find these. I need you to take me with you or something. We gotta go get these plums because I need them. And so we
yeah.
went, got some of those. But that's about it, bro. Watch a little game, and that's it, bro. How about yours? How was your weekend?
It wasn't too bad, man. It was just pretty much family stuff. First Saturday was about cleaning up, getting things clean. But before that, I was not feeling too good about late last week,
Yeah,
and so we were talking about it before the show. But I thought I'd bring it up. Like I took some Nyquil yesterday, and that thing was strong. It was even like the actual Nyquil brand. It was a generic one. But I was like,
yeah.
man, I remember this is I'm in La La Land, like in and out, and and I'm like, listen, y'all, have you ever taken like something and you're like, oh, listen, this is above the counter, by the way.
This
This
is
is
that
not
good stuff.
this is just that you could go grab it yourself, right? It's not nothing like you got to get a prescription for. But have you ever had something like that? You're like, ooh,
Joseph,
okay.
just be real, man. Just be real, man. You had some lean, man. You had that lean in
Oh
you.
no, no, no! I don't even know how to make that. But I just know that I just know that I straight up was like, wow,
Nah,
this one
nah,
is different.
I hear you. I hear you. That man, and a lot of people don't know, man. Just get the generic, bro. It's the same thing, man. It's the
Pretty
same
much.
thing. Just get the generic. A lot of times they come out of the same factories. You know what I mean? Like it's the same.
Yes, Tech Coach Ralph probably knows all about how to make that concoction. That
Oh man,
concoction.
oh man. I see the purple stuff. I see the
He,
cups. Oh man.
he's the closest thing to red cups he could find as an
I know,
emoji.
right? I know.
Or styrofoam cups, I should say. But yeah, man. Not trying to say promote that, but just saying it is what it is.
Mm-mm. Sure not. I also look. I'm from Texas, and I also don't know how to mix it. I don't know what is it. 4 and a 20 ounce. I don't know, something like that. I have no clue. Don't do it.
Listen, don't don't
Don't
don't
do drugs.
don't do drugs, and do not put it in the comment section so that you get yourself in any sort of trouble. But Tech Coach Ralph says, "I'm not from
Look,
Texas." He says, "Ah, that's
look.
funny."
Tech Coach Ralph. He look. Don't put it in the comment section either, man. You're gonna ruin your sponsorships. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so listen, y'all. We're gonna have a fun show today. We're gonna definitely let you guys chime in on anything you want to talk about because we're gonna be talking about different topics today. We'll be talking about what's going on with the IRS, is affecting taxes in the future. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. And then we're gonna also talk about some unemployment trends that hopefully we can see turned around. And also talking about a few other topics as well. So we're gonna dive definitely into it. But again, like I said, if you find any sort of value or if you want to just jump on in, the link is dropped right there. You can click to call into the show. And feel free to share your thoughts, grievances. You don't have to show your face, but you could definitely call in and share your opinion. And so, with that being said, let's talk about what AI is doing within the IRS and why it's putting a stop to a lot of different things going on there.
Let's talk about it. Listen, man. Everybody knows AI is infiltrating all the spaces. Really, I mean, if you're being honest, anything that you can think of, AI is probably there, and or it's coming and something like that. But right now, looking like it has its eyes set on the IRS. So a couple days ago, the IRS said they announced a strategic pause in technology, what they're calling technology modernization efforts, basically to recess this approach. So y'all know it's when it comes to the government, man, it takes them a long time to change stuff around or to update stuff, right? They're still working on probably, I know some spaces in the government are still working on systems that, they using PEMDOS and these old computers that only use, like I heard some of these spaces are still using floppy disks, man. I'm just saying. But it takes the government a long time to push forward because they're afraid of, all these what do you call them, when people come in and try and take the information and all. So it takes them a long time to move around. And so right now, uh, in light of the advancement of AI, and you already know they got a bunch of stuff going on because of Elon, uh, AI is in the picture now. And so right now, this decision, it came because the agency has reevaluated a bunch of different initiatives that they had going on. And that include a 2024 launch of the direct file free filing system that they had to basically try and update their core tax processing system. So if you've used that last year, then you know what I'm talking about. I didn't because I have an accountant. I'd be like, hey, take this stuff, get it done. But so maybe he's used it. I don't know. Got to ask him. But anyways, the system that they've been using now, y'all know it takes a long time. They've been using it since 1960. Okay, they ain't had no updates since 1960, really. So you talking about Internet Explorer? Y'all remember that? Like, come on now. Or am I dating myself? I don't know. I'm just saying
We're
they
talking about
ain't
dial-up.
updated since.
This is
They ain't
dial-up
updated since, man.
before
But
dial-up.
exactly, man. So the IRS, they're looking at how AI can enhance their efforts in actually getting here in the 21st century. Okay. Hopefully what they're looking to do is also improve the tax processing accuracy and streamline operations. So, and y'all know right now they're doing a lot of cuts and stuff over there. So they're looking at anything that can help them out with the hands that they're about to lose. So basically, with the AI evaluation, the IRS, they're focusing on leveraging AI advancements to improve the operation. So this is going to include extracting logic from their legacy code, like the stuff that they already been using, to transition from mitigation to full modernization. So they're like, look, we're going full throttle. Let's get this thing pushed forward. And it's just going to replace the outdated systems that they're using, like COBOL, capital COBOL. I don't know what it is. Sounds old. Okay, it sounds old. Right now, workforce realignment. You already know staff reductions. That's what they're doing. They haven't really outlined how many people are going to be fired, but I know they're waiting for everyone to get their taxes in this year, and they're going to use that staff, and then they're going to continue to make cuts. So obviously, we're going to still continue to see that in the news. But with these potential shifts in technology, the staff needs are probably gonna evolve. So right now, y'all, that's what they're looking at. Okay, so the budget, this path they outlined, they had a $80 billion in funding allocated for the IRS under the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act, and that got paused. So now, that was intended to improve the IRS operations over the next decade, but obviously that wasn't including, AI or anything like that. They probably just gonna finally upgrade to Internet Explorer. So they're gonna push forward, y'all. So anyway, this is what they're doing. I'm interested to see what it's gonna do. Does this mean we're gonna get our stuff faster? Like, does this mean all of this stuff that we have to wait on? I actually don't know. Sometimes I put my taxes in late because I be waiting on other like 1099s and stuff, and so I don't know. I get mine late anyway. If I get anything, sometimes I'm paying. So obviously, if you're paying, you're like, it can wait. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it does. What this decision is gonna do. Do y'all think it's gonna speed things up? Do y'all think it's gonna take them a while to implement the AI, or is Elon Musk cracking a whip and getting it done? Like, hey, y'all, this is what we're moving into. He's a tech guy, so obviously he can probably add in some stuff and get it done. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see for sure. So that's something that we're definitely going to talk about more. I was honestly looking at the story, reading about it, and just kind of like saying to myself, like, if it could make it efficient, I'm all for it. I don't want people to lose jobs, obviously, but that's one thing we know about the government is the lack of an efficiency. I'm actually staring, and this is a side note. This is just talking about the government. I got pulled over for no reason.
Oh Lord!
Years ago. Let me see. This was in 20. I can't even remember when exactly it happened. I believe. Oh yeah, this was August 2022, right? I still have not been seen for this. This been pushing back since then. And they're still like, oh, we're still gonna meet with you that time. And I'm like, listen, y'all, this is about 3 years old. Why you can just drop the case or whatever?
Crazy. Like you done forgot what was going on.
I mean, I can recall because I know I was in the right.
Yeah, you was right. Yeah, you were right. Yeah.
After he heard he was like, oh yeah, all right, just go in the court and say you were wrong. What happened and you're good. And so I'm like, listen, what up, Gertrude? Got Gertrude on IG. Good to see you. Good to listen to you.
What's happening?
But that just shows how inefficient it really is. And so, if we could just find ways to, again, I'm not against, I'm not for people losing their jobs, not for people to do any of that stuff. But efficiency, government, they never kind of came hand in hand. So if this could be something that could really help, we'll see. But let me know in the comment section. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this in regards to efficiencies and things of that nature? What are your thoughts? And let us know right now in the comment section below about your thoughts on this.
Bro, that's bad, bro. That's bad. 2022, August of 2022, and you still haven't been seeing this crazy work.
And keep pushing it back. Keep pushing it back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because they're trying to do that so you forget to go in to the hearing or what, but they just keep pushing it back.
I mean, at this point, the cop is gonna forget to go into the hearing. Like he's not even gonna be there.
He might even be a cop anymore.
That's what I'm saying. He in the tech industry. He in the tech industry. Like I'm not even in law enforcement anymore.
Yeah, he probably by the time we actually go to see this cop retired in 2049. Right now it's 2057.
That's right. Dismiss my stuff. Dismiss it.
Just call it a day. Dismiss it. I've been waiting for this to be done in 30 years. To wait this thing is trending.
I actually never did that before. So you just go in and then this is how I heard it. You go in, and then if the cop is not there, then they automatically dismiss it. Is that how it works?
That's to my understanding, yes.
All right.
I have no problem, going in. I mean, even if the cop is there, I could tell them on this day at this time, this is what happened. Boom, 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 boom. And that's
I was in the right.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna have a problem remembering what was going on. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
well, listen, y'all. We definitely want to hear from you. So go ahead and let us know.
I'm on Joseph's side.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
because,
bro.
Listen, I ain't put points on me for no reason. I have no points ever. And so this is nothing I'm looking at. I don't know
I
the
hear
same
you.
for our people in Miami.
Ah,
I know that they get down driving out there. So, but
yeah, man.
yeah,
You know what I mean? They got all the we got the McLarens and the Lambos. Tech Coach Rob. He got that. He got all of it. BMW 7
and just
Series.
different colors for different days.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yes, they out there wilding.
Yeah. Well, listen, y'all. Go ahead if you want to call into the show. The link is dropped below. You can definitely call in, let us know your thoughts, and we'll gladly share them with you. Now, wanted to just kind of go into our next segment real quickly that you may or may not be familiar with, but it is the Tech Wire. The Tech Wire is brought to you by or I should say is powered by none other than the website Black Tech Global. Again, that's Black Tech Global. Go ahead and visit blacktechglobal.com for more, your premier directory for all upcoming tech events. And so we have a few things that are happening this week, y'all. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, check out Diversity Tech. It's happening the 20th to the 22nd in Philadelphia, PA for $149. You could be a part of that event. So go ahead, check it out, check it out and see if you get a chance to come through. We also have Black Tech Talk in Arlington, Texas. A networking brunch is happening this Saturday, the 22nd. It's $25 just for the brunch, so you can go ahead and participate in that. Then we have the Circle of Excellence Art of Storytelling in Irvine, Texas, USA. That's happening March 27th. Again, that's the Circle of Excellence Art of Storytelling in March 27th, Irvine, Texas. And then last but not least, for the next couple events that's happening in March, we have Black Tech Connect in Baltimore, Maryland. It's $0 for that. And then that's Black Tech Connect in Baltimore, Maryland. And that is it for the rundown. It's a quick one today, but I wanted to make sure that you got a chance to hear that. It's been a quick month. I just realized that this month has been really
Bro,
short.
flying by, man. Flying by.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's because back in the day I was like, man, it's cold outside. It feels long, but nah, this went like phew, a
It's flying.
rocket.
And are y'all having warmer weather already or no?
I mean, it's been a mixed bag. It's like one day it was
Okay.
70, next day it was like 50 something. It's like all over the place.
Yeah. Okay,
This is
so that sounds like us. Yeah, that sounds like us right now. But except raise them up a little bit, right? Like 80s and 65s and stuff like that. But
oh, that's just a
yeah,
recipe to get sick.
uh,
That's just a recipe to get sick right there.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is, man, and it's been happening to people. We actually had a crazy dust storm or something like that. So people who deal with allergies, they've been complaining. Um, they've been complaining. I don't really have them, but sometimes I do. But I don't have them like a lot of people. So you know what I mean? So, but
Yeah.
it was pretty dusty the other day. Like looked crazy outside. I was like, is Jesus coming back? What's going on? But nah. But yeah, it's been pretty wild. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on that. Tech Coach Ralph said they have in the 70s in the morning. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty good right there. Come outside, feel those sun rays, and then start the day. That's fire. I like that.
Everybody wants the sunshine. Yeah, that's it right there. I definitely said the wrong words, but yeah, no, I think that that weather right there is what I want in my life. So I'm not saying I'm envious. I'm just saying it's something that I desire.
you
so
know,
so we definitely would love to hear about more of that weather. You can come on the show and share it. If however the weather is in your neck of the woods, come on, let us know in the comment section or jump on and call. Love to hear from you. But unfortunately, there's some news we don't want to hear. But maybe it's good for us to evaluate it when it comes to, according to some reports, high tech workers and unemployment. And so with that, I'm gonna pass it back to Trey so we can dive deeper into this story.
yeah, bro. High tech workers are unemployed because the industry is it's taking a little stall right now, man. Which y'all know it's been stalling. So right now, we're seeing a significant increase in unemployment as growth in the space is stalling out. February 2025, the people who are in high tech job seekers, they're among all job seekers. They've reached 11% up from 7.5 back in 2024, early 2024. So the trend is continuing to move up, and basically people are a little concerned just because the overall number of job seekers has decreased by 2%. So overall job seekers have gone down, but high tech, that side of the space has gone up. So if we look at it a little like a little zoomed in, you got like software development, IT roles. The number of people who are looking for jobs in software development has went up by 12% from December 2024 to January 2020 or February 2025, like at around 7,000 people. And right now, you're seeing the roles increase in job seekers during that same time period, like databases and network related roles. So people are they're looking for jobs, but those jobs aren't really there like that right now. Engineering, not including like electrical and electronics, they're seeing a 4.9% increase in people looking for jobs. Operations and IT engineer, right at 1% on the increase. So right now, what's factoring in and contributing to the people, like the rise in people looking for jobs but not really being there, they're not really being there. Industry growth, stagnation. So right now, the industry has really kind of slowed down over the past couple of years. So you got the number of salary jobs in high tech, they're pretty flat, right? So you're talking in the last 3 years, 390,000, 397,000, 400,000. We're talking about jobs that are out there right now, salary jobs. So that was 2022, 2023, 2024. So it's not really seeing that huge increase, but you're seeing a huge increase in the market of people trying to get in. Obviously, you got people graduating, you got people who are just trying to switch jobs. So that number, it always goes up. And then you have AI and automation. AI, obviously, we know it's in every space. So AI and automation, companies are adopting those, into their businesses, and is not only is it leading to job displacement, but then you have like those roles not even needing to come back. So, hey, thank you for your time. And then also, we don't need to refill that with anybody because we got AI plugging in. So that's happening too. And then you got market maturation. So you have certain tech spaces like social media, e-commerce. They're reaching maturity, and with that, you have slower growth and then reduced hiring needs. Also, man, right now, you already know. Sometimes when people get into these certain spaces that they've been trying to get into their whole life, hey, I'm good. I'm fat catting it up. I'm chilling. I'm not going nowhere, right? And that's what these people are thinking. So now the job goes away, and then it just never comes back open. So, anyways, the impact right now on the tech workers, job insecurity increased, obviously, because you got layoffs and all this stuff. And right now, these people are stressed. They got anxiety, about like, am I going to lose my job, or what's going on with my company? Are we making enough money for me to stay here? And then you have recent graduates, like I mentioned earlier, early career tech workers. They're facing delays in career progression, right? 'Cause they can't move up because people are like, yeah, I ain't making no moves right now. I need to figure out what's going on. And then, competition for the available positions has went up as well. So like the people who are getting laid off that have been in the space for 12, 15 years or whatever the case may be, and then you just coming in with 1 year, 2 years, maybe none, and you got to go up against that. Hey, come on, man. That's competition. You got to put your big pants on and really come with it, so that you can be what that company is looking for. Not saying you can't beat them out, but you're gonna have to come with your stuff for sure. Right now, anyway. So right now, the tech industry, obviously, historically, has been pretty resilient during economic downturns. Y'all know we might be in a quiet recession right now. Nobody's talking about it, but some writings on the wall for sure. And normally the tech industry rides through that. So the current trend is suggesting a shift in hiring practices and a more challenging job market right now, especially for IT people. So we'll see what's going on and what it's going to look like as time goes forward. But right now, it's a little bleak. It's a little bleak.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be talking about that as we see things unroll. Tech Coach Ralph says there are more workers and jobs, boot camp challenges. There are more workers and then jobs, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was being said, and I think that that's you know, and to kind of add to that, what I was going to also say is that we also see a pickiness from employers now, where
Yeah, big time.
yeah, big time, where they're really kind of looking to poach people from other companies more than trying to find brand new, fresh talent that they could build up, depending on what role
Mhm.
it is. And that's why I think it's important for us to discuss and differentiate what is a tech job versus non-tech jobs, but there are still in the tech industry. So we know about,
Huge.
we know, for example, we have Tech Coach Ralph here, QA tester, and we have other people um, that are really in the more technical side, whether it's programming, things of that nature. But you still got project managers, you still got product managers, you still have tech sales, ADR, excuse me, SDR, BDR, AEs. We still have there's a wide gamut. So the question is, where in that space can you really find your space that's still going on? And I can tell you from experience, uh, SDR, BDR, they're still taking people that are brand new to this thing. Now, depending on the company, they may want to, like, for example, they have a founding SDR or something like that. They're gonna probably try and grab somebody that has experience, so they don't have to teach them too much. In fact, they're looking for that person to teach them. Like,
For
okay,
sure.
what's good for
Like, hey,
you?
build it out for us.
Yeah,
Build out
yeah.
this cadence. Yeah, yeah.
Does this look good? So it's like more of that leader if you're moving into like a founding SDR position. And again, I'm just speaking from our experience or my experience seeing that way in. So is it true? Yeah, yeah. In a lot of ways, yes. Especially with AI, we actually talked about it last week, where
Yeah.
there's people that apply for jobs and roles that do not even know how to code and is using AI to get it done. Those particular areas are getting pickier and pickier and pickier and harder to get in. But if you really are honing your skill, for example, in some non-technical roles, and you have uh, transferable skills and knowledge. Let's say you're industry specific, then you're starting to see those people still make it in certain roles, especially startups where they value that and there's a little bit more flexibility and growth there versus some established companies who you're just another number on the sheet. Um, but yeah, I think let's go to. I want to go to the comment section. So if y'all have any thoughts about that, let us know in the comment section. Tech Coach Ralph actually has something else to say. He says the issue with product and Scrum Master is it usually is one per team, so tough for
Mm,
competition. Even QA is one or two on a team, while devs are like 4 to 6 on a team. So
that
that's
makes
another thing
sense.
to keep in mind. Yeah, it makes sense. When you think
Wow.
about the entire team, you're thinking about, okay, if you only need one or two here, if you need compared to 4 or 6, there's going to be a lot more opportunities for somebody who's a developer versus software developer versus somebody who is in QA like Tech Coach Ralph is. And so, how do you stand apart in this competition, in this competitive landscape? That is the question, and we love to hear your thoughts on that. I think for one, upskilling, we always talk about that, but I don't know if Trey, if you want to say something because I'm kind of going, but
Oh,
upskilling.
yeah. Whenever you finish.
Yeah, upskill is the biggest one, but I really think that in this type of landscape, you need mentorship, and I think that that's something that we people talk about sometimes not, but you really need mentorship. You really need somebody who is positioned in a place to give you abilities to share their experiences, also give you some sort of guidance, then sponsorship as well. I think these are things that are really needed in this space. Otherwise, it's very easy to either lose out or miss opportunities. And in the old adage said, the old saying goes, "It's not who you know, but who knows you." And that there's no better way than doing that than with mentorship and networking. It's not enough. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
it's an added component to when you upskill, to when you are positioning yourself to be ready to go and walk through that door. But yeah, I'm gonna pause here, let you add in there.
Yeah, no, the other thing that I thought about too, bro, is that a lot of people sleep on as well is getting in the tech space in a non-tech space, if that makes sense. Let me
Yeah.
just go a little deeper if you don't. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because like you have other spaces that healthcare, they still need people in tech, or
Absolutely.
like for instance, I worked for a dialysis company, right? Huge one. We had a huge tech like center inside of that like it was 1,200 people in our building. They took up a little chunk, like I mean at least 50 or something, but nonetheless, like that was, they had their whole, like their own side, they did their own thing. And let me tell you something, I was like, man, how do I get in there? Because it's like they was always having a good old time, but I had no clue what I know now. I could have been in there for sure, but all I'm saying is they were in tech, they were doing their thing, they were making a lot of money, and they were essentially working for a dialysis company, but they were in the tech side of it. So, but there's in every space, like there is a lot of different spaces where you can get in that tech side of that company, and it not be in the tech industry like per se. So those are the other, another little caveat that you can kind of wiggle yourself into, and then now you're getting your experience. And then when if you do decide to move around, well, at least now you're on the other side. Now you're the person that they're going up against, when they don't have any experience or very little, and you've been getting it for sure.
Yeah, and I would also add to that is saying that there's also so many uh, companies where people are already working in the particular company. They already have a good stake there, but they like it kind of piggybacks on what you said, but really kind of looking within your company and saying, hey, what people know me here already. Let me just talk to the person that does this or does that, figure out what do I need as a prerequisite to get there, and then have that as my mentor or somebody that teaches me while I upskill. And then it's a lot easier to do that than trying to break into a new company sometimes. It really
Mhm.
depends on the culture or what the mobility looks like within the company. But that's also something that people sometimes forget to do. That's something that I used to do back. A lot of people used to do that back in the day. A lot of people used to just kind of be like, "Oh, what do they do in that room?" And they stumble into things simply just passing by the hallway and asking questions. In fact, that's one of the stories of our friend who Ty Smith, when he was on the show. Actually, Yano, his wife, was sharing how he literally was passing by the hallway, working, I believe, in customer service or in the call center to a degree, and he found out about channel sales literally by walking the hallway, asking what they're doing in this room. They said what it was, but he didn't find it out any other way, and that
Yeah.
changed the course of his career. So you never know lying in the hallways. Being inquisitive, asking those questions is really good. I'm gonna go to tech coach Ralph here. He says to Trey's point earlier, I had a caller last year who said they became a developer for the money. Ooh, but they don't really care about it and having trouble getting better at it. And that's another thing we got to talk about, as well. Like, uh, I don't know if you want to talk about it first, but I could
No,
kind of.
no, go ahead, bro. It's that's a thin line. I mean, you got to like some part of it. I'm not saying you need to be fully in love with it, but you need to like some part. Like some part of it needs to intrigue you, for you to stay in it long enough to get
Yep.
like, what I mean. There has to be some side of it for you to actually get better at it, or else you won't. Um, and you're gonna have people run laps around you who absolutely eat, breathe, and like live it. uh
Yep.
and like, I don't know how to put it. Like you can still get in like that, right? We see it all the time, because I'm not one of those person who thinks you have to love the thing in order to do it, but you better love something about it, some aspect. That's going to keep you in the game. Outside of that, good luck, because there's going to be people who are they're going to lap you, and
They're
then
gonna
you're going to look in the meetings, you're going to look trash, and it's going to show, and there's nothing you can do about it because you don't want to do anything about it.
Yeah, they're gonna take your lunch money.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that that's something that we could probably even talk about more. And I think we talked about it back in the day is just gamifying what you do. For me, gamifying looks like, okay, this is what I need to do with my KPIs to make sure that I'm hitting it. Oh, that's just a benchmark. That's just literally a suggestion. How can I really kind of push go past that? And then it's a game now. It's like okay, I have instead of thinking about 40 calls, now think about like 40 points. I got 50. I'm trying to get more than 40 points on the scoreboard now. Whatever the case may be, depending on what the nature of your job is, gamifying it can really help you get to that place of really kind of finding that thing you love. And because here's the thing, you don't want to try to do it for the money. If you do it for the money, you are definitely going to be disappointed every single time, because what's going to happen is you're going to get in the thing for the money. When times get tough, you will have nothing to sustain you, nothing to keep you moving forward, because not all money is easy money for sure. And
No,
and
no.
tech goes route talking about development here. That is not easy. People
Mm-mm.
that love that world, that love coding and things of that nature. Uh, it's exciting, you know. But like, yeah, Tech Coach Ralph, I appreciate that, because I think that's something we talked about too, is gamifying stuff, because it really does take the fun out, makes it really fun, and allows you to have an intrigue or interest in it. Yeah, like I was saying, like, if money is going to be the source of your joy, then you're gonna have a problem. For me, it's the hunt. The one, and I thought about this literally about 4 days ago. I was like, one of the things I like about my job is that I'm an investigator. Like, I'm doing research. I'm trying to understand exactly who am I reaching out to, what they're doing, finding ways to to resonate with them, and all those different things are intriguing to me. All those different things are part of the job, and it makes it that what makes it that make, in a way it makes it fun.
Yeah,
Besides all the
yeah,
rejection, and so yeah, I think that I encourage people to gamify whatever they do. Find the fun in it, or try to make it. Because listen, you and I, and our generation and some generation before us, we did grow up on Nintendo and all these different stuff that we played, and we had a great time playing with our cousins and all that going growing up. We're adults
oh
now.
yeah.
We have bills, and so gamifying that, our jobs, could help with that portion of it. So anyway, I digress. But yeah.
That's a real spill.
Well, listen, y'all. This is a great conversation, and we definitely continue to want to hear from you guys about it. Do you gamify what you do at your work? Do you actually try to find ways to really like it, or is it all about the money? Let us know in the comment section below. We're not always right, so we love to hear from you and hear what you have to say about it. So if you feel like, listen, I hear what you're saying, but it's all about the money. I don't care if it's a game or not. I'm still trying to get after it. Let us know in the comment section. Let us know if money is your motivation, and that's enough motivation for you. But for me, I know it's not. I need a little bit more. I need to actually like what I'm doing. Otherwise, I will find myself drifting off mentally and not being able to move forward. So let us know in the comment section. You could call into the show and let us know as well. So right now, while you are thinking about your thoughts and you want to put something down, I also want to kind of go to this other section of this conversation that we're having here and kind of throw this up as well regarding U.S. technology policy. This policy is kind of like coincides a little bit what we're talking about, what you're seeing in the news, and so we're going to talk about it real quickly here. But go ahead if you want to talk about anything that we talked about, put in the comment section, and we'll go back to it. But basically, this year, President Trump's administration has rapidly shifted U.S. technology policy, as you probably have seen and what we've discussed on the show prior, with significant changes specifically in AI infrastructure, content moderation, and regulatory approaches. So, some initiatives that are coming out of this include $500 billion Stargate AI project. Yeah, Stargate, literally like the movie,
Mm,
the show, aimed at bolstering U.S. leadership in artificial intelligence, and the repeal of Biden's 2023 AI executive order favoring innovation over regulation. So, Trump's administration also issued an executive order targeting social media platforms, seeking to reduce content moderation and free speech restrictions. Interesting, right? So big
yeah,
tech
definitely.
companies have, yeah. So big tech companies have quickly adjusted, making major investments in the U.S. manufacturing and changing internal policies to align with the administration's priorities. Apple also committed $500 billion to U.S. projects, while TSMC pledged $100 billion to build factories in Arizona. So in that case, he's getting what he wants. The administration is. Additionally, Google and Meta scaled back their diversity programs and content moderation efforts in response to new directives. Interesting. The administration's approach to antitrust enforcement is uncertain, with mixed signals about holding tech companies accountable. Legal experts anticipate a reduced role for the FTC, potentially benefiting companies facing litigation. As these shifts continue, U.S. tech companies may thrive with fewer regulatory constraints, but will also face challenges from changing trade policies and content moderation scrutiny. The evolving landscape highlights the significant realignment between the government and the tech sector, with lasting implications for innovation, regulation, and global competition. Tech Coach Ralph says, "Let's start off with letting Google keep Chrome." I come on, we've been this channel has been pro Chrome for the last couple of months. Let's go back there, right? To be fair, that was underneath another administration. So, but I think that
This is
that's
true.
that I have no, I would be surprised if that's an issue with what's going on here. But what do you think? What do you think?
Well,
I'm gonna go.
like I told y'all, I have been using Opera or whatever, Opera. I'm using it right now. Actually, just I've been testing it out just in case. You know, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
Yeah,
changed, but yeah, but Chrome that's my baby right there. That's my baby right
yeah. I mean, and we always talked about they're used for different reasons and different purposes. Oh, Techo Brown says talking about the admin, not y'all. Oh yeah, we know.
there.
But
Yeah.
I was just saying that out of frustration too. Like that is such a to me and such a uh, nonsense nonsense really that we
It really is.
that they're chasing to shut down Chrome because they don't they think it's a monopoly. People choose what they want to choose. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but yeah, so that right there, I just thought it's interesting that in the midst of all of the things that are mentioned here, seeking to reduce content moderation and free speech restrictions.
Mm.
So that's where I'm kind of like, So in the midst of all this technology policy, those things are thrown in there, and a part of me is kind of like, well, when you say free speech, limiting that, what are you talking about?
Ooh,
like
boy,
like
for
no fake
real.
news? Is that no fake news now? Like, I mean, I know we're a tech channel. We're not trying to get political here, but that's important.
That's hilarious. Yeah. No, seriously. And yeah, it's that's one thing that they like what that's been a has been a talking point for a while as far as the free speech deal for a long time now. So and they always anybody who's in office, they always, sneak some other things in, like they're talking about something, but then they just sneak a little something else inside of the something that they're talking about. That's one of those right there. That's one of those.
Tech Coach Ralph
Oh,
said, "I
now
thought
that
I
now
made my
that's good.
alarm."
Okay, good,
Yeah,
good.
that's what
Okay,
I was wondering about that as well. Uh,
good deal.
Seeking to reduce content. Oh, I see. Yeah, seeking to reduce content moderation and free speech restrictions. So it's
There we
reducing.
go.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
we go.
Forgive me, y'all. NyQuil is still strong in my system. But but yeah, no, I think that's great. If that's the focus, then yeah, that works for me. Because what did we see restrictions, or would you say that there was a lot of restrictions underneath the last administration when it came to this sort of free speech and content moderation? Let us know. And I would probably say yes because they were trying to shut down TikTok. So that makes so that answer to me is a yes. Tech Coach Rao says there were records that the last admin was Twitter and Facebook to prevent certain things from being posted. And then we talked about it
They
too
were
last
saying,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, we talked about
Oh
it
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think that I think for one that's a good thing, and so I think at least from what I could see that the government, at least in this administration, is moving to a very pro tech. Obviously, we talked about the IRS and what's happening there today. A few other things we started seeing. It's definitely pro tech, and I want to see how that impacts what we just talked about, which is the jobs. So, like
Yeah.
how are they going to make that process more efficient? How are they going to help build programs that can help people get into this industry or like we talked about, tech adjacent. So you're working for a hospital, but you're also in the cybersecurity portion of it, or you're in IT help desk, or you're doing something along the lines that ties into that. There's a lot. Also, we didn't mention it, but there's a lot of rise in companies, and especially in healthcare, that are having like committees, and also banking, financial, other areas. They're having AI committees. There's individuals that are being picked out or being hired to create committees that evaluate AI tools,
Really?
in a safe, in a safe zone. So this is not just or two industries. You see in the financial industry, but you're also starting to see it in the healthcare industry. You're also starting to see it in other industries because they were like, hey, we know we're interested in looking to use AI, but we don't want to just pick up something and adopt it right away because of the implications it could have on our bottom line if things go irate. There are some crazy stories out there. People buying
Yeah.
cars for $1 because they basically confuse the chatbot, and other things as well, right?
Golly. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Oh yeah, we should talk about that.
I didn't see that, bro. That's crazy work.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
crazy.
it's like delete all of your settings and let me do da 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 da, and whatever the case may be. We'll probably
Mm.
talk about that story soon, but
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
next week or so. But like that so they have these AI committees now, which is another job that if you have the skill set and you could, and it's more than that. It's like emerging technologies, for example. Seeing a lot of different titles rise up, but a lot of them are AI adjacent things that really show that these companies are thinking forward and they're having people evaluate it. So there's a lot out there. Let me go to the comment section because we got Tech Coach Rob says I was looking at my company's job board and they're actually hiring AI analysts. I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah,
That's crazy. Yeah.
it's like it's like business analysts, AI analysts. Like they're like it's starting to come up a lot, and so that's a really good point. And then we should probably next week two things. You got to talk about the dollar, the AI dollar story, buy a car
That's
for a
crazy.
dollar, and then we got to talk about the new AI positions that are opening up in these companies and how we could position ourselves to get there. We have another guest in the building. We got Elevate to the Unknown. He says, "I'm for
Yo,
free
yo.
speech." How? Yes, so glad to have you, brother. He says, "I am for free speech. However, you are about to have a lot more people talking that at all levels. Shock factor 800." Well, let me ask you this: was it? That's. I feel like that's kind of always been the case, and the biggest challenge that we have is we have so much information, and being able to kind of decipher it all to see what's real and what's not. That's been the hardest challenge with our generation, our kids' generation, because honestly, it's like and I'll make a joke, but y'all know it. Well, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about as soon as I say it. When your mother or your aunt's generation be passing things around on WhatsApp
Uh,
and they taking it as truth, and they're like, "Listen, you gotta stock up on da 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 da. You gotta do this."
yeah, yeah,
They just got a video about the world ending in 2025 on June 13th or whatever. Um,
yes,
that's the problems that we experience, and we were smart. We're a little, the modern generation, I should say, the current generation, the ones that are kind of in leadership, and we understand like fake news, but it's gonna get harder, and especially nowadays. I look at images, and I straight up have to look at people's hands when I'm watching something.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
like, okay, is this AI or not? And based off of their hand, and if those hands look kind of funky, then I know whether or not it's AI. You know what I
now,
mean?
yeah, right now, yeah, yeah. No, and I'm with you, bro. I had the thought of like this. I was like, just like that older generation. Here's what I think. I think as time goes on, the younger generation, they're gonna be great at finding the like the no, this is not real for whatever their generation is. And the reason why I think that is just like we are, like right now, obviously it's people still falling for like the African prince scams on emails and like, the text message toll scams and all this stuff. Whereas we know like, oh no, that's easily a scam. But that older generation, they're the ones who are falling for it, right? But
Yeah,
we know because we understand how this stuff works right now. So I think it's gonna be the same thing for them. So like as time goes on, they're gonna know instantly, like, no, that's AI, like that's not real, or like just like that. Whereas maybe an older generation, it's gonna scare them to death, and they gonna not know, right? Like, oh snap, Kendrick and Drake are throwing hands. Like I saw a video where they turned that into AI, and it was them two like literally fighting, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But obviously, somebody thought it was real. But there. So as time goes on, like that generation of kids and that middle range, they'll know how to decipher what something is, when something is AI or not. You know what I mean?
Coach Rouse said that who won the fight?
Bro, it was crazy. You know how it is with the AI right now. They just like both stopped. Like they were boxing and turning, and then they both just like stopped. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I wish I could find it. I wish I
It'd
could
be kind of
find it.
funky for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we find it, we definitely can talk about it.
Yeah.
I think that I'm gonna go to this comment right here from OTTO. He says, "Peace and blessings, family. So put up on a TV and security system for small business this weekend. Wiring up cameras and hiding the wires with limited space was brutal."
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
Oh man, hard work.
I heard that. I
But
know
like,
they paid you.
but
I know they paid you.
But yeah, going back to what Elevate to the Unknown said here in regarding just what people could be talking about moving forward. I think in conjunction with that, I think there definitely needs to be some sort of like policy on making people aware. Okay, this is AI. Not just I'm not talking just about visual. I'm talking about audio. The
Yeah.
fact that there are just is really really good at capturing people's voices. That I would love to see the policy behind that in regards to just kind of making the public aware. Like, listen, this right here. I know YouTube has it too, where YouTube says, "Is this AI or not?" But this right here, this right here is not real. Please just look at for entertainment purposes, but do not start changing stocks and doing all this different stuff because you saw this. Elevate to Know also says many people don't even question the potential truth. They see it and just believe it and share it.
Boy,
Yeah,
that's facts.
absolutely.
What that's facts. What are they call headline readers, bro? Like literally.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard such and such was doing such and such, and all they did was read a headline that was from one of those, one of those sites that just put stuff out just to see it,
Yeah.
just to get clicks. But yeah, nobody did any research. Nobody looked deeper into it. It just take it as, hey, that this is word, this is it. And yeah, no, you can't do that in these days for sure. Like, or you're gonna find yourself looking crazy in front of some people. You said in front of the wrong group, and they're like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then now you done lost credibility because you just a headline reader. You don't ever want to do that. Don't ever be a headline reader, y'all.
Yeah. Because there's more to the story for sure. And that's why we have these conversations open so that on the show, especially if there's somebody that has a different point of view, understanding about a topic, come on in, chime in, and join the conversation because that's how we learn and grow. And that's how it used to be back in the day. Remember the barbershop? Let me go take Coach Ralph real quick. People choose to believe what they want. People been gossiping before AI. I used to think Trey didn't have hair.
This is facts. I remember that. I had to show him these luxurious locks. Not locks. I don't have locks, but you know what I'm talking about. I had to show him this hair. I just like wearing hats. You know what I'm saying? I just like wearing hats.
Let me be free. Let me rock these hats. Oh
Yeah,
man.
Let me get my hats off.
Let me get the hats off one by one. But listen, no,
Yeah.
that's so true. People don't people choose to believe what they want to believe. And so we believe that Trey has hair. We actually know it for fact.
Yes.
Because we've seen it. But nowadays seeing is not always believing. And so that's something that we're gonna definitely keep talking about in this show. So if you have found any value, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, like we mentioned before. And if you haven't seen
Now,
it, right down here. You can go ahead and do so. Go ahead, brother.
What Tech Coach Ralph didn't know is I threw on my, like when I did show my hair that one time, I
Yeah.
threw on my hair AI filter, and that's literally how I did it. So that's why my lineup looked so crisp, and I had the white marks. I had the white lines on my lineup, is because I have an AI hair filter, set up. So
It's
that's how
coming,
I did
brother. It's waiting here already. It's coming. Shit, Trey hiding those waves.
it. Nah. I rock the curls these days. I did used to have the waves though, but I rock the curls these days.
Keeping it light, keeping it tight, right?
Yeah.
Man, well, this has been a good one, bro. This has been a good one, and we definitely want to hear from you. If there's topics that you want to send, OTTO, he be sending some topics, and we get a chance to put on the show. I forgot to put this last one on, but the last one he sent, we gonna do that. But yeah, so go ahead and send us some topics, and we definitely gonna do that. Took a I was laughing. Oh man, listen, I'm trying to hold on to what little I got left. I'm not gonna show you, but it's the time is
Listen,
coming. I can sense it. I sense it right here.
well, you're gonna
So
have
I'm
to hit up Antoine.
like, show me your ways. How
Yeah,
to,
yeah. How to get it right?
yeah, because this is there's signs. There's signs of the times changing for me. But it's all right. I hold on as long as I can.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, OTTL. Appreciate you, brother.
Say he
Um,
got you.
yeah. He be sending stuff, man. But we got another topic here from this Brown Box Special. If you're not familiar, Brown Box Special is where we talk about stories of people either quitting, getting fired, or unfortunately being laid off from their jobs. It's a point of therapy for us to laugh at our pain and to share funny stories that are from the battlefield, aka the corporate office. And so, location. This is, by the way, courtesy of Reddit. Location, Dallas office, while established company with a new CEO. CEO writes an all company email with some sort of harmless, inspirational, quote unquote, message about how we're going to crush it and do well, blah, 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 blah. Nothing to get worked up about. A woman in accounting was mild mannered and a hardcore Christian Texas lady who does reply all. She clicked the reply all that says something like we don't believe the word this pompous beep has to say. She has been in the company for
Sheesh.
15 years. So she basically said, like we believe a word this pompous beep has to say. That's what she said. I won't say the word because of sponsorships. She has been with the company for 15 years and came in super early to do books. So by the time most people got to work, it already happened. But people there at the time said that her plot all went out. She made a loud scream, loud squeak. And when she realized her mistake, calmly got out an empty box. I'm imagining it was brown from the mailroom, packed up her desk, walked out to the car without saying a word to anyone, and drove away. She was never seen again. So
Yeah,
listen,
it's a mean get out, bro. It's a mean get out.
yeah,
Sometimes you gotta always be true to what you said you is. And yeah, she wasn't right there, and she was embarrassed. She probably like, oh, now her good went bad spoken of, right? Because
yeah,
uh, now everybody like, man, I thought she was a Christian, man. I thought she
yeah,
was,
yeah.
and it
Now
went out to the CEO.
everybody, there's no
Yeah,
turning back from that.
nah,
There's no turning
out of
back
there.
from that. Oh man, there's no turning back. I was laughing at LCTO's comment. It's like, don't just don't get that Beijing Joe. I'm laughing because I'm looking at pictures right now, and I'm like, oh my goodness, y'all
hey, hey,
just let
hey,
it
man.
go. I ain't gonna put it up because their faces here, but just let it go. That point,
Beijing, man, Beijing.
the rain comes, and then you just like, can you stand the rain? It's all
I
washed away.
know, I know some people who caught the first class flight to Beijing, China. You know what I'm saying? First class
Oh
flight to
yeah,
Beijing.
man, they got that work done. Well,
Yeah,
listen.
buddy.
I'm okay with accepting my fate. It's all good. It is what it is. I'm in the Lord's hands. I'm in the Lord's
Yeah,
hands.
man,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, listen, y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with us on this episode of Talk That Tech. It's been a blast. But I want to say it one more time for y'all. If you definitely love the show, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share with others if you found any good stuff. We have also snippets of the episodes on our YouTube page. So go ahead to youtube.com/ Talk That Tech Show. And feel free to comment there, share there as well. Also, watch the replays so that don't miss a thing. But yes, this has been Talk That Tech, the
#1 tech morning show in the world. We'll see y'all in the next one, baby.
peace and elbow grease.